Hello, Rykon from Rykon's Legacy. Is that what your channel goes by now? Right?
Yes, it is. Hello.
Okay, we're on some Fortnite, doing some 50 versus 50. This is my third interview. My first two was from Legend 22 guy, creator of Z-Star, and Mud, who played Hunter, a cast member in Z-Star. You are in Z-Star, but we're not going to talk about Z-Star Season 2 because I have not reviewed the majority of those freaking episodes just yet. I just reviewed
You
one.
should.
Shut up. But, on another note, we're going to talk about something else, something interesting. Okay, Rykon, you happen to be a YouTuber, correct?
Yes.
Okay, why did you want to be a creator? Like, what's your deal?
Well, for starters, I was like looking at YouTubers and, I was like seeing, oh, I could probably be one and I could probably do gameplays, and other stuff and funny moments. And I started making my probably first I started debuting in November 24th, 2016. So I was like, okay. So I didn't have that many subscribers, so I just started off with, making some Minecraft stuff, which I stopped doing, and then I started doing Xenoverse, which gave me more popularity. And then, I started going on from there.
Okay, so, let's fast forward a bit. During 2017, I witnessed a live stream and a video and stuff like that, and found you and whatnot. Around that time, you were already making RPs and stuff like that. Which one is currently your favorite that you have previously worked on?
That I have made?
Yes.
I would say the Minecraft one. The only reason I have a good explanation. What I tend to do with my roleplays, and a lot of my friends know this, is that I don't continue them. And I continued one of them. That was a continuation.
Right.
I continued that. The other roleplays I didn't continue. I continued some of them, but this one was longer than the others.
Right. Yeah. So what's the deal with that, right, Kana? Is it because you just feel it's like lackluster and the performance isn't as good as you would hope? What's the deal with that?
It's just like a habit that I have. Like so what I did with the Defenders of Atlas was
Yes, it's a great
I
series.
stopped doing it was because of certain reasons, and like I was like not doing it anymore. I wasn't playing Xenoverse. The other cast had busy stuff to do, and they were busy. So I was like, I'm just gonna cancel this since they are busy and they have other stuff to do, and they are currently not, working or doing whatever. I stopped doing that. That's because of the reason. I tend to do that because if it's like I don't do it anymore, or I get bored of it, or I'm lazy, because at points I am lazy and I really want to start continuing doing more stuff and start continuing doing my RPs.
Right. Okay. So around, I'd say, I'm gonna go ahead and say March of last year, you were working on a major RP. Do you know which RP that I'm talking about, Mr. Rykon, please?
Which RP?
Yeah, it was a major RP that you were involved in last year.
I believe it was a Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 RP that I did with my two friends. That I never had a channel then, but I never uploaded. I only uploaded like 3 episodes there.
Yes, that one. That was the first major performance that I've seen you in. What do you call it?
Well, we don't really call it anything since we didn't have a real name for it. So
Right.
we just called it Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. The creator of it, we didn't really have a bright idea of making the name, so we just went out with Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. The way that we did it is like, we were looking at, some people do their own, and then they were doing it not good, so we just decided to make it, we decided to, do Xenoverse. So, because it would be like, pretty fun. So we started doing it, and it seemed pretty fun until season 3. That's the time I believe it ended.
Right. Season 3 is the final season. What do you call it? I watched that RP from beginning to its weird end. What do you call it? You were featured as a main character. What do you call it? You also set your mark along with the other main characters, in proving that you guys, did great in that RP.
Yeah.
Also creating like tons of views and a pretty loyal fan base. Around like, did you like your character, so to speak, and your whole gimmick, which was basically the Kaka Fruit Warrior himself, which is very unique compared to the other characters like Jack and Yukine. You actually had a very unique transformation, and you played your character very well. What were your thoughts on your character?
The character that I had it was alright. Intense is the only reason I think the fans hated me was the fact that I was one of those underdogs that would have been treated not correctly, and like been been made fun of because of the way certain stuff. I think that's the way my gimmick of my character had.
Yeah.
Like, it had that way because I was watching the videos. I used to watch the videos, but I watched the videos, and I watched all of them. And my gimmick when I first started was like pretty weak. It was at third. Because of the fact that, we started off, the strongest was Jack, the second was Yukine.
Right.
I got eliminated third. That was like when we were first sparring. And then when we got to season 3 and I went to Kaka Fruit,
Right.
my character had more power than his base.
Right.
And I think it's a good thing that I died, because I get to start off fresh. And Yukine died, and then I think the way of my character it was all right in tenses, but I think it could be better.
Yeah. I feel you. And you met your end 2 times during 2 seasons, one against Zamasu, the other against Goku Black. Did you feel that was necessary? Do you think that was a good thing that happened? What are your thoughts on that?
I don't think the Zamasu was necessary.
Yeah.
I think I could have survived there. It looked like when I survived. So I wouldn't call it me dying 2 times. I would call it me almost dying to close to. I basically faked my death in a sense.
Yeah.
So I would be thinking the last time I died was by Fusamasu and Rose Goku Black. I'm thinking those are the 2 that should be important. I don't think me faking my death is kind of important.
Yeah.
See, Jack and Yukine fought against their own, while my gimmick of my character was supposed to be weak, and I died. Technically not, but in terms, you would say, yeah.
And around the end of season 2, you basically died, and you weren't resurrected, unlike the first time where you were resurrected the next episode. And you were basically forgotten, and you were like, if anyone has watched wrestling, you basically were Chris Benoit, which is basically you were never mentioned again. Well, you were mentioned, but like it was mentioned around negativity and stuff like that, and you just faded away into obscurity. What was that about?
Well, I might just get off topic a bit, but
It's fine.
me and the creator of that series, Jack, we had a little argument. He fired me. I left. I did my own stuff. He brought me back. The negativity on that was, I suppose, the way that my character was in the series was apparently annoying, not liked as much as you would see in other characters, and like Z-Star. Those were Z-Star and Darkstar. Those were characters who were liked and would be seen more.
Right.
As my character would probably be weak, not liked because of the fact that my character talks too much, or probably because of the fact that my character is weak, or others, or we can go on.
Yeah, at certain points.
It goes from a list that my character is bad, or other stuff.
Yeah, because obviously from time to time when he was talking about your character, it kind of like at times I felt like as if he had forgotten that they were recording, and it just went into like a personal rant at times. Like at the time I didn't know much of you guys, but like I felt it. I felt like it was pretty uncomfortable to hear.
Yeah. That leads back to when he fired me. When he fired me, it was like, oh, like me, he was going on a rant, as you said.
Yeah.
So he's probably getting more off topic of like how he hated me because I was annoying, or I was disliked in the fans, you know?
Yeah.
And the only reason I feel like I was disliked in the fans is because the way they put me out in the RP, the way they put me out on the stream, like,
right.
The way that you make fun of a person, that's how the fans go as.
Right.
That's how the viewers view that character. If they get a power up, that's how they view him as a strong, going to be a strong character, not a weakling character that is gonna die 3 times, 2 times maybe.
Yeah.
Depends on how you want to put it.
So eventually you were brought back, and you know that's when season 3 happened, which was a very weird season compared to the first 2. It was like the whole Shadow arc. Then it kind of like just went away. Like, I mean, I don't think there was an official ending. It just ended.
There was an official ending. There was probably, I would say the ending that we had was we were gonna end it off there. Season 3, Trunks would leave to go wherever, and then they would, Jack and Yukine would probably relax, try to find the Dragon Balls, and that's the ending. I would still be in the other world, probably training or probably trying to get stronger, and probably not to doubt myself.
Yeah. And later on, what do you call it? Somewhere around there, you guys had a falling out, and pretty much you and Yukine left, whereas Jack created he basically rebooted his RP, so to speak, and will basically spawn sort of a sequel called Centuries. I honestly thought you were gonna be in it. Was that always your decision to like leave, or did you have thoughts? I might come back.
Well, there was a plan to leave. There was always going to be a time to have an argument and once leave again.
Yeah.
So 3 people, me, Yukine, and KO. KO's gone. He's still with Jack right now.
Right.
And we left. We decided to like leave, and we just started to not like. He started to being mean to me and Yukine off camera. And we decided just to leave. He should have posted a video having screenshots of us leaving. He probably deleted that a long time ago. And at points it was probably going to be our intention to leave, or might not. Star, and it's going pretty well.
Well, there was also one time where I was watching the stream, and it kind of caused like a small little debate, I guess. It's a little bit of controversy, where one time you were streaming, I forgot what the game's called, Watch Dogs, I think?
Yeah.
I could be wrong. And Jack showed up, and you guys basically had a dispute over the title name Rykon, the character name of Rykon, the character itself, where he disputed that he owned Rykon, whereas you said you owned Rykon. What was the whole thing with all that?
So, what happened was, Jack thinks he owned Rykon because of the fact that he made him.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he didn't make him at all. I clearly have proof showing that I made him, and he doesn't have him on his characters list. And you can even see all his auditions on Xenoverse Centuries, and you don't see Rykon anywhere. So he's lying that he made my character. And this is all in the past, so no
Right.
drama is going to anyone.
Right.
I don't want no drama. So,
Mm-hmm.
like, this was unbelievable that he said that he made my character, even though I was the one that named him and created it.
Right.
And I tried hard enough to get the title Rykon and the creation, so I got him back, and I won the dispute. I won the argument or the conversation.
That's true. And then now we get to where you are today, where basically you started to branch off on your own. You make your own RPs, including one which also spawned a sequel. It was with the Saiyan and the Namekian that was played by Virus. I forgot the name of it.
Saber's Revenge.
Yes, Saber's Revenge. Let's talk about that. Well, Saber, what are your thoughts on that character?
For Saber,
Yeah.
I was thinking of a name as for Rykon's son, to take on Rykon's place as a Saiyan who was proud to be strong and able to fight.
Right.
A son was made Saber. He was taken over the place of his own father, passed down from generation to generation.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was thinking for how he's to become a king, to become strong enough to be the enemy. So I think that Saber, I asked Virus to help me with make a character. He said he already made a character named Loki. He used that character, and Loki was basically a mentor who guided Saber throughout obstacles.
Right.
And that's where I thought, a movie. Why not? If Loki died, Saber would have turned Super Saiyan 3. The triggering made it bigger, so Saber can transform and beat Android 17.
Yeah.
And then we have the other movie, which was, I believe, Saber the Ultimate Saiyan. Saber the Ultimate Saiyan was where he went Super Saiyan Blue. And he only went into it for a little bit. He only went into the transformation for a bit. The only reason he went into the transformation for a bit because he couldn't hold it.
Right.
He couldn't hold the power of a god. So, as we said, he held it for a bit. And I was able to get a fan for a voice actor.
Right.
And he had a freezer race, so he would be someone to help me. And when Virus betrayed Saber, I thought it was going to be a good idea for that. So Saber can get his revenge, and he can become stronger than he ever was.
Yeah.
That's why I think that I made Saber, and that's why I think I wanted to make the movie.
And there was also Atlas, which was a great episode. You know, it was godly, but it's gone now. Not only that, you joined Z-Star. What do you call it? I guess I guess you're considered a Xenoverse RP veteran, sort of, because you have experience, major experience. Does being in that type of environment, is it like, since it's new, do you find it used to it, or did you like feel right off the gate, you were like, oh, I know what I'm doing, you know, this is gonna be pretty easy, you know, that type of stuff?
Well, I first met creator Kobayashi when he was live streaming. I first met him. He was a cool guy. He was a cool person who was good at role-playing. So I was like, okay, might as well, since he didn't know how to, you know, live stream on Xenoverse 2, I taught him how to do it. And after I taught him, we started playing, and then I got in, and then I met the whole Z-Star people, which was the regular people from Season 1, as you already reviewed.
Right.
Those people were like, you know, they were cool to hang out with, and then after that, I told Yukine about it, and we talked to them a bit, and we got here now. And it doesn't seem weird that I might be, you should say whatever you said was a veteran, not like one of those veterans from the army, but someone who's been experienced with it.
Right.
I wouldn't say it felt weird because we don't call each other veterans. We just call each other by our regular names. So I call Legend 22 Kobayashi. I call Hogun Shakasai Yukine.
Yeah.
So it doesn't, like, for me it doesn't seem weird, but for other people it might seem weird for other people. But for me it doesn't seem weird at all.
And Season 2 you debut, your first official debut was during the Season 2 trailer. You were cast as a member of Darkstar, which is an antagonist for the season. Did you picture yourself being a villain role, or do you think you know, something you would have had something else?
I didn't actually picture myself being a villain role, but I think it was all right, me being a villain role, because I think my character would have better power and more of a character to play as, you know.
Right.
I would be one of those characters who is a villain and is trying to destroy Z-Star. I think that was a good idea for my character. So I would say, it doesn't matter what you get, you just get it and you roleplay it.
Nice words, nice words. What do you call it? Do you see the character of Rykon being around for a long time in terms of not only Xenoverse, but like as its own entity, you know, in general, throughout RPs?
I think seeing him as for roleplays and for other stuff being good, but soon someone's gonna take his place, and soon, like, you know, someone is gonna, you know, take his place, and yeah. But I'm thinking that Rykon's gonna be there for a pretty long time until I decide to make a new character, and yeah.
Interesting. Well, Rykon, here's to seeing you throughout Season 2 and giving reviews on the character, and, you know, hopefully you have a shirt on and everything like that. And seeing you in future RPs, not only in Xenoverse, but in every other platform that you decide to either take control of and, you know, start it, or assist other people in said RPs.
Yes.
Now, my final words. Be gone, thoughts!